again for watching. We've covered the very basics of Quda and how to make a special order, how to order it, receive it, and how to provide it to the customer. So what can also happen here is if an order is expected to come in and we've got an ETA, as soon as the order is not arrived by the ETA, it jumps into our overdue section. The overdue section is important because if there's nothing overdue, this whole button is not there. It's just not visible. So as soon as you can see it, it means something needs to be actioned. We can open up any of the orders here. For example, Mickey Mouse is on Dancertron, and it states straight away when the original ETA for this item was. At this stage, we generally wouldn't have an automated message. You can send a custom message or you can phone the patient to let them know when the item will be coming in. Because as an overdue item, they've been notified it should have been in already. If we get a new ETA, we can put it in and we can notify the customer. I'm going to send that message to him now. I'm going to notify on here that I've dealt with this. We've got a new ETA and I'm going to save the order. It's jumped off the overdue section, which has gone down to 11 overdue orders, and over here in receive, Mickey Mouse's on Dancertron is back in line. Other sections in this are the settings. We'll cover these just down here. The most important sections are these here, as well as the SMS and the app settings. Our staff list lets us input staff members and give them a login code. You can also deactivate them if they no longer work at the business. A location list are all the different locations you might keep your orders. And the category list is a list of all the different categories. You can just have one category, you can have 10, it's however you want to sort it within the store. As we go to the SMS and app settings, we have options for what is our default location, what's our default category, and our speed scan category, and we'll cover speed scan in just a second. We can also say when we would like to default contact these patients. Now, most pharmacies and patients would like to be contacted when an item is ordered and when it arrives in the pharmacy. Another option is obviously messaging the patient when you've taken the order from them. Perhaps it might be on the phone, just so that they get an SMS answer knowing that someone has actioned this order. There are waiting list options just here, which we'll also cover in a second. I can customize all the SMSs. When I open this section here, this gives us an option of all the different SMSs that the program might send. As we click, we can go through the SMSs. On the left hand side, we can type what we want the SMS to be, and on the right hand side is an example of what it might look like to your customer. There are variables here with curly brackets, and these can be used by pressing these buttons. If you'd like it to put the first name, you just have to put the first name with the curly brackets. Otherwise, you can come up here and click first name. As you can see, every time I click that, the word John's appearing on the real SMS. If you just want to remove that completely, you can, and you can have it however you like. The idea of having the variables is to make it more specific to the patient, so it gives them proper information about their order, not just a generic text message referring to an item in stock. If you don't want to save that, don't press anything. If you do want to save it, just say save current SMS. Other buttons on the desktop here, we have the contact log. Now this will give us an itemized list of all the messages that we've sent and who we've sent them to. Gives us an idea of what was the message related to and what was the date of the message as well, and the order number. So if patients perhaps say that they didn't receive notification, you can check on here, and we can also have a look on here and search for their last name. It will filter it down so we can see the specific orders that it's related to. Our other button is the waiting list button. The waiting list is a different feature and I'll go over that in a separate video.